Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for another episode of Age of Wonders 4. I have some pretty darn big news. As it turns out, the entire mechanic that I built this game around is most likely going to be patched out of the game in the next major update. I believe they're calling it the Wyvern patch. So yeah, I did look at the dev diary for it on Steam. They had some patch notes highlights. I didn't see anything about crit chance in there, but I've heard from multiple sources and read in multiple locations online that this crit build, or well, bug, I guess you could call it, is something that was present in the game. They were aware of it and they were intending to have it patched out in the next update shortly after launch. So, what this means is that I had two choices: either scrub this entire series and start over, or speedrun the heck out of it. And I've decided to do the second thing. So, I have thrown Steam into offline mode, so mine actually cannot update right now. And I'm going to try to just burn through. It's a Sunday today. I'm just going to burn through as many episodes as I possibly can. What this means is that you guys will not be able to incorporate feedback as we go through this series because I'm just recording the whole thing in one massive chunk. So I'm probably going to screw stuff up, make some noob mistakes. Feel free to fill me in on them if you're watching these videos after the series is posted. But I will not be able to live incorporate viewer feedback from episode to episode like I usually do. As such, I might rebrand this from an advanced strategy series to more of just like a fun kind of exploit builds kind of thing. And at least if I can get all the footage recorded, we can sort of have it documented online for posterity of, hey, this is what you used to be able to do in Age of Wonders 4 shortly after launch. So I think there's still merit to doing that. So I've decided to move forward with it. But yeah, we've got to get back into our gameplay here then. So I set this up to be a long-term game, so I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to do. So we did establish that underground there is a dead end here. Definitely don't want to dig through this dirt wall over here. There's a monster den in there that I would just prefer to ignore. So Scout can go back above ground. We're gonna have him head east and start looking for new stuff. I think maybe he would be good hanging out near Agatha's army to help with launching battles and stuff, because I already have two scouts going east, but I don't know. There's probably enough area to I think there's enough area to explore over there that it merits sending two scouts just to fill in the map quickly. For these units here, Agatha's army is still a little beat up after recent battles, so the dog is going to also need to wait and heal up a little bit, but on the next turn, we'll clear that quarry. I don't know about that. What I need to do is get down here and take care of that quest before too long, hit the mana node along the way, and if I can get enough XP, I would like to jump into Gust Keep there and get that. That's would be a nice research post with an extra boost of Imperium that I could get fairly early in the game. As for this guy, we're going to keep going to the east, fill in the territory, and it looks like grab a free creature, a small creature cage. Got a Spirit Hawk. Okay, these guys, do they evolve? I don't think these guys do. No, they don't. These guys really aren't that great. They're ethereal, so I guess that gives them pass through, which is kind of cool. And they have a little extra vision range. You know what? I'm going to use it as a scout. It's just another scout is all. There is a small monster den here. Ooh, hey, there's gold sitting up there. Is that guarded? I don't think it is. Well, let's grab that. Yeah. Free money. I will always take that. Excellent. Spell is ready, Legion of Zeal, but I cannot cast that yet because mana will not support it. In fact, I'm at 7-9, probably because I picked up that Spirit Hawk. I might need to actually disband that so that my unit's morale doesn't drop into negative figures. I believe this is probably costing, 7 mana upkeep. Unfortunately, as much as I would love to keep that, I'm going to need to either disband it or unenchant something. And unenchanting something is going to cost... Well, you know what? Hang on. Maybe I have enough money to hurry production of the shrine. Is that worth doing? You know what? I think it is. The shrine will give 10 mana per turn. That would solve my problems immediately. Yeah, let's do that. I would rather keep the Spirit Hawk because having a flying scout with Farsight would be useful. And then I could maybe sort of skip the Wayfinder enchantment for scouts. There's other stuff I would rather get. Or not Wayfinder, sorry, there's like a flying scout enchantment you can get with Tome of Winds, which I guess gives away a little bit of what my next tome was going to be. Oops. Anyway, so let's go ahead and hurry production of the shrine. Yeah, let's get that done. So that gives me +2 mana per turn instead of -9, allowing me to hang on to that scout. But I really need to get more mana very soon. Mana Obelisk would be good. I need 2 quarries for that. It would be worth probably figuring out where the next quarry should go. I sort of like the idea of putting a quarry here and turning this forester into a rune carver's camp between that quarry and this one, and then maybe moving the forester over here and just one of those forest tiles. There's plenty of them over there to choose from. Or I could even put it where that farm is later. I have options. So I think I want to start thinking adjacency bonus here. I think this is going to be a good spot for a rune carver camp. So for the next city growth, I probably want to pick up another forester first, and then just straight away turn this into a rune carver camp. So whatever I pick, I might actually grab that tile there. As you can see, the city border... Oh, wait, but they could... No, I need to get that. Okay, I know what I can do. I've got a plan. I'll make this a farm, at least temporarily, turn this farm into a forester, turn that forester into a rune carver camp, and then eventually add another quarry over here. I think that's probably the best play for that city. We'll let the Arcane Institute finish for now. It looks like population is growing in 2 turns, but yes, I definitely want to get that Tranquility Pool before the city-state does. And I think, you know what, I think they would reach for it. I might actually want to hurry population growth now, although that'll prevent me from founding a city as quickly, but I think that's actually a better call than risking the city getting this, and also completely blocking my border expansion outward in this direction. I think they would reach for it. Yeah, let's make sure I get that now. So yeah, I'm going to put a farm here. Eventually I will probably be changing this to a conduit, but I'm going to make it a farm for now so I can keep the 2. Well, actually, I may not need 2 farms for anything. I don't actually need to have 2 farms right now. I'm good with just the one that's here. Or if I turned it into a forester. Hang on. No, yeah, because I have a farm here, too. Okay, that's where the other one is. And I don't actually need a farm to hurry production of anything at the moment. So I will just go ahead and turn this into a conduit, because right now I do need mana. So we'll do that. And that locks the Tranquility Pool and also gives me that nice 10%, well, it gives me 20 research per turn, plus researching spells cost 10% less knowledge. Very, very, very nice to have this early in the game. I'm already at like 100 research, so research is going quite well. And the faster I can get through my research, the faster I can get this absolutely broken build done and power my way through the rest of the game. Now with with that done, Legion of Zeal I think I can proceed with. It's going to have 5 in total unit upkeep. I'm making 8 per turn. Let's go ahead and get that enchantment active. So I've got that extra bonus spirit damage on my units. Now I'm making 5 mana per turn. I am really straddling the line of mana versus no mana. But I'm going to focus on getting a quarry here next, I think, so I can get boost production of a mana obelisk. For now, we'll just grab the Arcane Institute, spec even more heavily into research, and that should be good. All right, let's end the turn here. Yeah, I think we're okay. There's no other spells to cast right now. No, we're good. Eventually, I probably will want to get another Copper Golem, but my mana income just cannot sustain that right now, so I'll have to work on that. You did notice this army moving around right here. These guys are independents, but they're technically wandering around in their own territory. The city-state is kind of sharing borders with the infestation here. Condemnation, okay, sustains 15 spirit damage, becomes condemned until the end of battle. That's an AoE debuff, which works very nicely with Legion of Zeal, so it's nice having that up. Not that I can afford to cast it right now. Okay, this isn't really what I was hoping for. I have 2 research cycles left. I think I want to get Warding Blessing just to have a castable healing spell for use in case of emergencies. Also, by the way, if anyone knows what the point of Wayfinder enchantment here is, let me know. It affects scout units and grants them very fast movement, but my scouts have very fast movement anyway because they're on horseback. So, oh wait, no. Actually, the scouts have 40 movement, now that I think of it. I guess that probably gives them 48 then. Okay, never mind. That's probably what it does. Useful, but not something I want right now. I think I would rather get the healing researched, just to have that in my back pocket in case I need it. What I'm hoping for is, and I probably need to save, I need to save up some extra mana for when this gets done to make sure I get it. But what I'm really hoping for is another one from the Zeal, Tome of Zeal. That's going to be quite important later in the game. There are things I can spend my Imperium on here. I am not going to be buying any of those right now. My Imperium is in extremely high demand. I am going to try to get this lady up here. Okay, good. On this turn, I could get up this far, and at the very least, build an outpost on the spot that I was kind of looking at. I like nestling cities and mountains like this. I just think it looks cool. But it also is practical from a defensive perspective. If anything were to come from this way, it wouldn't really help from stuff coming in that direction. Okay, so you've got that done. Now I'm going to have her end her turn. She's going to turn around and go back. I mostly just wanted her to get out there to plant that outpost. This scout, definitely want to grab that watchtower. And let's see, there's more underground over here. A lot of desert, quarries. Not bad territory, aside from the lack of being able to build farms, but you could make a lot of quarries and mines and stuff out here, not to mention another rainbow clover. I won't need it, but it is nice to know that it's out there. Okay, so back here, Agatha's army's all healed up. I'm going to send in the Inferno Hound. We'll do another battle, and it says safe battle. I will auto this, but I think, yeah, kind of heavy damage and lost the Inferno Hound. I'm going to retry that one. The Gore-Tusk boars are scary. You have to really be careful about their charge attacks. The good news is that I do have this nice shiny new Iron Golem to get in the way and help with absorbing some of that damage. And the pike's actually pretty good at warding those boars off too, interrupting their charge attacks and whatnot. I'm going to probably put the archers on each side behind these units, because I've got 2 shield units now. So what I'll do, yeah, I've got an idea here. And Agatha, I'm gonna want her to move. Can you go like through? Yeah, it looks like you could go through here. Okay, I'm gonna have Agatha go around on the wooden planks there. Move the archers up. And then Inferno Hounds can go here for now. It's possible one of the boars might try to run. You know what? Actually, I don't want to lure the boars around in that direction. I want to set up a proper wall of defense. Okay, yeah, I want everyone coming through the center choke point. We're going to hold the line and try to ward all these guys off. I'm going to put these guys here and bunch the archers up behind like this. Actually, those guys are fine where they're at. We need to start softening up those boars. I am not going to be casting any spells just because mana is so tight right now. Ooh, very nice to get crits. I do appreciate that. Okay, these porcupine guys might come running around the side. I'm going to try to position my hounds to deal with them, but I want to leave them in the bush for now. I think these guys have an attack that's like, yeah, you move and it can still shoot for full damage. Okay. We'll leave the boards there, or the boars there, and I think that's a good enough end for the turn. A lot of shield wall buffs, so looking good there. And fortunately they triggered bleeding on that guy. I was hoping that they would not do that. Okay, this thing wants to 1v1 my Inferno puppy. Okay, the boars are having trouble punching through that front line, so that's good. This guy wants to hurt my Inferno puppy. I am going to probably use him Yeah, see, I can sunder his defense there and put some pressure on him. That thing probably will kill my puppy if I let the two of them go at it for long enough. But for the moment, it's okay. Agatha can't quite get around behind these boars, which is too bad. Let's see. And they're just a single unit, right? Yeah, they're just a single unit, so they're going to do full damage no matter what. But they at least don't have room to get their charge bonus. What I might do... Oh, man, it's tempting to throw down that condemnation on that group right there. Because that condemned bonus is going to give them less status resistance and give, more importantly, all my melee units bonus damage against them. Which would be very, very nice. But mana is so tight right now. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Oh, wait, that's a single... Oops, I'm thinking of a different spell. That's a single target unit. Okay, never mind. Not as worth doing. We're going to just try to soften these guys up. Maybe I'll land a crit. Would be nice. I think I should probably see if I can focus on that one at all. I want that Iron Golem needs to stay in defense for sure because he can protect units on both sides. This guy can probably go ahead and soften up that boar a little bit. The only problem is this leaves these guys more vulnerable to range attacks if I do that. It's probably fine. I think it's usually better to try to dish out damage. Okay, that crit was really good. And then Agatha can start moving around and get into position to charge. Unless this guy turns around and goes after her, which he might. In fact, regardless of what Agatha does, it's probably better for her to move as close to the enemies as she can, because that gives him less distance to build up a charge bonus. Okay. I'm going to end the turn. Looks like they want to go after Agatha. That's fine. And I was sort of expecting them to. That's also fine. Okay, he's going to hurt my Inferno puppies a little bit more. That's fine. They can handle it for a little bit at least. Agatha is in a good position. Okay, so what I can do now with my archers is just shoot these guys off of me. And I can have these guys go down to assist the dog. These guys can go over here to hit that thing, porcupine. And then I can get a couple nice hits on these guys. And then Agatha should be able to finish them off. So now it's just the two porcupines. There we go, and a nice morale bonus. Bonus. I said that in the last episode too, or in one of the previous ones. Let's move the dogs away, because these guys have that bleeding bonus, or they can apply bleeding, and it's gonna hurt my dogs if they move. Well, you know what, but I'm gonna hurt them too, so their damage output will be lessened. So I don't think they would kill the dogs, and they're kind of stuck now, so they're probably fine. So much bleeding in this group. Oh, I forgot about those. Oh, the dogs are barely hanging in there. I forgot about them being able to just move down and hit. Okay. Can I save my dogs? Must save the dogs. They're good dogs. Okay, so yes, I think I can. I can move this guy here and lock this one basically in place. And then these guys can come here. These things don't have... Ooh. Okay, hang on. I've got this, I think. I just have to do it in a careful order. I need to get these guys to this point first. I have to end the battle right now because the dogs are bleeding and they will bleed out. So what I want to do is move these archers here, these ones here. And then before I move the guys in and they get in the way, I'm going to take that shot Graze is just enough. Okay. That graze at 90% had me worried, but it looks like it's going to be just enough. There we go. Ah, dogs barely survive. Holy smokes, okay. I got a heavy crossbow. It doesn't do me really much good. I'll take it, though. Another thing, speaking of items, that I realized after recording the last episode is that it's probably worthwhile for me to take this away from Agatha and give it to the ranged mage person. Mask of Precision, there we go. Because it provides more accuracy. Would be good for her. Oh, she's got level ups too. I was not paying attention. I'm going to give her Experience Leader. That's usually my go-to for the first, like for pretty much every army. And probably take her down also a support line. I think I pretty much take all my heroes down the support line, to be honest. And I start worrying about their actual combat abilities later. But I really like buffing my units. So we'll throw another level of Vigor in there. Getting Twin Awaken probably is something I should grab. Because I can't really afford to cast Awakening on my units right now. Okay, I got the storehouse done here. This city will grow pretty soon. Library can be done in 0 turns. I probably will need the shrine instead, though. So if I can grab a quarry here, that would probably be more useful. I think this thing I just cleared out is actually a pretty good spot to expand. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend the Imperium to get another border or another tile here, and grab this. That lets me build a shrine in 0 turns because I have leftover production. Thank goodness that's a thing in this game. That was one thing that always drove me nuts in the other Age of Wonders, is that production didn't carry over, so you had to like do a bunch of math to make sure it didn't get wasted. That is a very nice quality of life change for this game. And then probably, yeah, let's get that library, keep that research income coming in. Very, very good. Okay. And then we'll let the city grow, again, naturally for now, to whatever extent that it can, unless I need boosts for things. Then I want Agatha to come back down this way. We'll have her end her turn wherever she is closest to that. Yeah, right here is good. I definitely need the Inferno Hound back down here. Poor little guy. Had a rough day. So this mana node is definitely my next target. That would solve some of my immediate problems of being so low on mana. I still have to have longer term solutions for like building structures and cities and stuff that I need. I think my plan here is to actually clear this, then clear these guys out to get the quest reward, and then maybe turn around. By then I'll have enough XP to make a good run at Gustkeep here. For clearing that Ancient Wonder and getting that in my territory, which would be very, very nice. But for now, we need to end our turn in the borders to make sure we're getting that health increase. Another ruler started negotiating. Okay, that's good to know. Somebody else is negotiating with my city-state here. They're way behind me, but I gotta be careful because, for one thing, somebody's close enough to have met them. And for another thing, like, I'm probably going to irritate this city with the way I'm planning to expand my borders. So we could run into some problems there. I should probably queue up something else after that Sun Priest. Let's grab another Daylight Spear, maybe. I'm down to 1 spear because the Copper Golem evolved, so. These guys are producing very slow because I don't have much draft in that city, but that's okay. I'm making do with the units that I have for now. The nice thing about having this scout is he can just fly over mountains. So I'll be able to figure out where everyone is pretty early. And in this game, you don't have to worry about global combat spells as much as you did in the last Age of Wonders, so meeting people isn't so much of a disadvantage. Now with this guy, I gotta be a little more careful because It's that monster den right there. I want to make sure I don't end my turn in its borders. Okay. There is a tower on the other side. I would really like to grab that. And then this scout here, you know what? Well, we will have him hang out with Agatha for a little bit because Agatha's army, or because that hound needs time to heal. Yeah, so we'll move him up here. And turn, there we go. And we'll see if Agatha's army heals up. Oh, well, we've met an enemy. So when this happens, I want to go manual combat. Probably worth looking at what this guy's got. Tanya Greyblood. This is not one I've run into in any of my single-player games before, so I'm not familiar with this opponent. Looks like... Is it Elf Barbarians, maybe? Ashen Fae? Yeah, it's basically Elf Barbarians. Fabled Hunters, Adept Settlers, Quick Expansion, higher level Archers starting out, and Keen-Sighted, so they'll have a little more accuracy. And just 2 scouts, 3 scouts, and a single skirmisher unit. So not a very scary army, but certainly not one this guy can fight. When this happens, you're going to want to run your scouts away. Because when you retreat, you have a chance of respawning that unit at your capital in a couple turns. Or maybe it's your nearest city. And it does look like I got away, so that worked out well. But it's worth knowing that those guys are over there. I would be willing to bet that's the person... Wait, it says their leader is in that army. I didn't see them. But they are. They're right there. I must have mistook it for one of the scouts. But yes, that is the leader of their faction. She looks cool. Bloodlust. Okay. I'm going to have to deal with that because Agatha's army is completely somewhere else. They could take that outpost if I don't get units over there quickly. Alright, I need to start thinking about draft more. Agatha's army is going to have to leave this area to go deal with that. Yeah, I don't like this. Because if Agatha's army leaves, these guys could spawn units at the Haunted Boneyard here and come after whatever this city is. I need to rename these cities. But you know what? I'm going to do that now. This is going to be called Agatha's house. Here we go. And this one's going to be called Scary Dragon. There, now I know exactly what they mean. And that's just outpost for now. With 20 fortification health, they could easily walk right over that if I let them. And they're going to find it, so that's not great. I need 2 full armies. I really need more draft. I might need to switch to the Artisan Workshop for that extra draft income. I also really need to get that Rune Carver's camp up. Since I won't be turning this into a city at the moment because, well, there's an enemy right there, I might attract population in my capital again to get another quarry. Or to get, let's see, what would I need? Because if I'm going to turn that forester into a Rune Carver camp, then I need to turn something else into a forester. So probably want to grab territory before the city-state does. So I think that tile right there is the next best one for me to grab. I'm going to do that because this city needs to grow quickly. So we'll do the forester here. Oh, that didn't irritate them. Maybe they're a high enough level with me. Pact of Loyalty. The Free City allows building on claimed provinces. Okay, good. I just got to Pact of Loyalty right in time for that to not matter. Excellent. Okay, I didn't realize I was that far along with them already. Well, then I don't have to worry about irritating them at all. They should very easily stay within my sphere of influence. I'm going to, at this point, switch that forester to a rune carver camp, because the rune carver camp actually provides more draft than the artisan workshop does. So, and it gives a little extra mana income for adjacent quarries, which I do have an adjacent quarry there, and I can get another one here. So that actually works out pretty well, I think. It is also possible that I would be better off. Well, if I put a quarry there, no, I think this is fine. You may not always get the perfect spot right away, but it's usually better to hurry, to just get something like get your special province improvements up earlier if you can. If you have a spot that's at least decent, you can always move them later. They're not locked in. It's not like Civ where a district gets locked in. Okay, good news. Excellent. That was literally perfect timing. Thank you very much. Now we gotta get units over there. Dang, I really wanted to clear this. You know, actually, I still could get that mana node. It's not going to slow me down that much, because Agatha's army could just move here. I could launch the battle with the scout and then go running off in the other direction. That's probably what I'll do. We'll try to get the best of both worlds. Oh, these guys are offering... Okay, this is where I get to start doing things to affect my alignment. Now, because I have started as high culture with the alignment agenda and nothing to counterbalance the plus 10 good alignment, I want to get that pure neutral for the alignment agenda high culture bonus. So I actually want to attack these guys unless the unit that they're offering is worth 118 gold. And in my opinion, probably not. He's a halberdier, he's the seafaring orcs, strong, ferocious, so he's going to deal more opportunity attack damage, retaliation attack damage. Pretty decent, but I think I would rather have the extra production in my cities right now from the high culture alignment agenda. So I'm going to attack, do evil, get evil points. We'll try an auto. I'll be trying probably most things in auto. This is fine. That's an okay result because Agatha's army is going to heal on its way through my territory into the other city. Okay, this fiery wake boots. That might be interesting. It'll set stuff on fire, so it's something. It's one of those items you have to be careful with, but it does give extra defense. Agatha also leveled up, and I got my level 5. Oh, I had my level 5 earlier. I'm really bad about noticing when that starts glowing up there. Okay, condemn, Magecraft resistance. Okay, I think that I want to get Twin Awaken with her, because that's going to allow me to awaken those archers a little easier, and it's basically a free action. The only thing is, once I get my tier 3 battle mages, they can do that too. So it's maybe not as you know, I'm going to get strength training. We'll just do the 10% damage boost for my troops. And then let's go ahead and grab whatever this is. Perfect. I wanted summon animal. This is going to give me more nature affinity. Summon elemental, obviously really good too, but I prefer summon animal because I already have a lot of materium affinity right now, but I could definitely use more nature. I really like the stuff in that nature line. Okay, so with that being done, Agatha's army can start heading back. I'm going to ignore the elementals on that for now. They're a little too much for me. Even if the army was at full health, I think that would be maybe a scare. Well, actually, I could probably manage that, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. It will have to wait because there are enemies at the doorstep. Dog can... Well, he may as well come with. He's not going to fight off an army of dragons by himself, so... I pretty much explored everything I can out here. Same thing with the scout. We'll have to come back for all these goodies over here later, but definitely are going to want to ward off the invading enemy forces first. I probably should give that walls, stone walls, but I think they could get to it and start sieging it first. They might capture that outpost temporarily. I just hope they don't turn it into a city. Well, one way or another, my hero is going to probably need to get out of there. If I could spend the money for stone walls, but I think I'm going to hang on to my money because I don't think they would finish in time for the enemy to begin sieging that. I may just have to accept that I might lose that. Oh, you know, I should have probably grabbed that mana because I was out of their range. I could have grabbed the mana and then stepped back in. Oh, man. Wasted mana right there. The enemy will probably pick that up. Okay, well, I got a library done out here. We'll get probably the artisan workshop. Good for city stability too, so worth grabbing. And once the rune carver's camp is done, I'm gonna go ahead and queue up the artisan workshop here too, and that gets me closer to the light forge. It's becoming apparent that I need more draft pretty quickly. Okay, so outpost is founded. That's great, but it's just gonna have to sit there for now. All right, let's get this guy around to that tower. Okay, nobody up here at the moment. I'm gonna try to go through there. It looks like there's another tower in the fog right over there, so maybe I'll go grab that. There's also another one in that direction, but this is getting into territory that's more the middle of the map, so I probably will start running into more enemies out there. All right, and then I'm gonna put this guy with her so he can start benefiting from her XP. We got, let's see, another daylight spear, and my birds, there they are. Have them go, let's see, there's farms there. It looks like possible enemy territory. You can really cheese this fog quite a bit because that looks like they built a farm on a province. There's a farm there. Yeah, that's all enemy territory in there. Oh, it's a bunch of angel people. Free city to Citadel, acknowledge you with elegant courtesy. Okay, well, they're being nice at least, but probably won't last long. I don't have nobody has a whispering stone with them yet. I could grab another one with Empire Affinity. I need 75 Imperium, or sorry, with Imperium, not Empire Affinity. But I need 75 for that. I'm gonna send the bird down here, kind of stick to the mountains a little bit, and just try to scout out all these mountain ranges and see what the main choke points are in this map. I think that bird is actually going to be a very useful scout. Now, if these guys run away, that will probably change what I decide to do with that outpost. But for now, it just needs to stay there and hold my territory. Okay, let's keep an eye on this group here. They are... Okay, they went underground. They came from the underground passage. All right, then. That does change things. Okay, now with that outpost, I think I am comfortable with going ahead and giving them stone walls. This will, if my money, you know what, my economy might not be able to support that so good right now, though. I have queued up a lot of stuff in that capital already, and you pay for stuff in advance, so it's kind of okay. But this city, because like I don't have to spend gold on these things because I've already paid for them, so I don't have to worry about the cost of those. But this city over here is going to need more money before long, and really needs more growth too. Because I'm running out of. I could get the Arcane Institute because I've got one quarry and one forester. Which probably isn't bad, but I sort of would like more unit production right now, or at least more growth. I think I'm going to go with the growth. Oh man, I really needed to clear Gust Keep. Okay, you know what? Since those guys backed off, I'm going to take the chance here, and I'm going to try to get this quest done down here, and then clear Gust Keep. Getting a little greedy maybe with Artica's, or with Artica, no, I keep saying Artica, Agatha's army. I think I may have called her Artica multiple times already. It's a different leader. But I'm going to try to get, I'm going to get a little greedy, try to finish that quest, and try to clear Gust Keep, and maybe even clear that Fireforge stone if I can manage it. So we'll let the dog go back into... You know what? This dog can actually come out here and just start building this character's army. It's not going to be much of an army, but it is an army, which is better than no army. We'll have that Daylight Spear done in 5 turns, but hopefully I can whittle that down quite a bit with the next 2 buildings that I'll be making. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead, since this city is probably going to be sort of a frontline city, I'm going to go ahead and invest in those stone walls. And we got to get reinforcements out there soon, though. Dang. Okay, well, let's get the bird over here. I do have enough to get another Whispering Stone, since no one else is talking to this city, and it's kind of close-ish to my stuff. In a choke point, I probably want that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna want this city. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend the money to get the Whispering Stone, or the Imperium, and go ahead and give them one of those. There we go. Oh, and Infestation's borders have expanded. I gotta get my scout out of here. Let's go this way. Go after the watchtower in this mountain pass. And yes, I know Copper Golem is ready to cast, but I don't think mana can sustain it. Well, but I could really use it. Yeah, I can sustain that. It's just another way to get units. Just summon them in, so that'll help. And still got the Daylight Spear on the way. Probably want to get her army a couple Dusk Hunters, even though I'm very close to being able to make better archers. But we'll see. It's going to take a little bit of time for that Daylight Spear to get done. Nothing wrong with having an excess of tier 1 units. They're not that expensive to upkeep. The main cost comes in terms of actually the enchantment support, but I have the Rune Carver stuff, so oh frick. Okay, now there's scarier stuff popping up over here. I'm gonna finish the quest because it's timed. But then, yeah, Agatha's army just has to go deal with that. I will probably need to build an entirely separate group later on to come back here and deal with all this. But at the very least, I can get this quest done and get a nice reward from it, hopefully. Okay, I'm fine with that auto-resolve. What do I want? Probably money right now. I could get a free Daylight Spear, but the money is actually worth more. It's just the time to make it is a potential issue. I could get Imperium too. 162 Imperium is a lot for this stage of the game. Honestly, these are all pretty good options. I don't really need the extra population in my capital at this particular moment. I think I want the money, because that could potentially pay for 2 units, and money is getting a little bit tight right now. So I'm going to take the money on that, and I'll just build my own units. I'm going to have more draft in my city pretty soon, so that's fine with me. You know, if I built a quarry there, this is actually a better long-term spot for a Rune Carver's camp, I think. Is this? No, but this spot can't get a quarry, so it doesn't matter. Boarding Blessing, select new research. Did I get? Yes, there it is. Inspiring Chant. That's what I want. That's going to be not so important now, but very important later. Set production of Scary Dragon. Arcane Institute would be 2 turns. You know what? I think that's worthwhile. This city back here, I'm just going to have to hope the infestation doesn't throw anything at them too quickly. But I really want to stack on that research right now. I'm making good progress with it, and I want to keep that snowball effect going. It's just I need the actual military to defend myself in the meantime. Let's go ahead and send the bird up on the mountains. Just scout out all the mountain ranges so I know where all the choke points are. And I'm going to leave, let's see. You know what? I'm going to try to get... They can't reach me on this turn, right? I can still grab that mana before they grab it. Yeah, let's do that. Just split the cavalry unit off, take free mana, and move back. Perfect. That's not good. May have to hurry production of something. We'll see. We'll see how much that Rune Carver's camp helps with draft. It should help quite a bit, because there's barely any draft in the city as it is right now. But these guys are going to spawn stuff to come after me soon. Yeah, we really got to get some work done with Agatha's group. Alright. Oh, I wish there wasn't a computer already harassing me. Yeah, they're going back underground, but I'm not going to trust that that's going to stay. I think reinforcing my front line is most important. Or making sure I at least have units out there to deal with it. What is this? A corrupt soul event. Okay. If I kill the corrupt souls, I just get a race relations bonus and a mystery bonus. I don't want to lose city stability right now. I don't have time for your superstitious nonsense. I think I'll take this. Normally these things spawn in an area that's not too hard to get to. Hopefully I'm right about that. Yeah, that's not too far out of the way. Agatha's army could head up there. And the corrupt souls aren't too terrible, because it's only 2 of them. They don't normally spawn en masse, so I can handle them. And I think I probably need to go ahead and get a couple, at least one Dusk Hunter out here after this Spearman is done. That did help production of Daylight Spear quite a bit. The Artisan Workshop coming right after it will also help. And I'm going to go ahead and throw the Light Forge in right after that. Just get all the draft buildings, because that's going to be important very soon. Scary Dragon can annex another province. That's good news. Kind of needed that because we're running out of stuff to build here that can be boosted. I think getting another one for the granary is another forester for the granary is usually my move. There's not really anywhere I can build a forester that's a huge benefit to me right now, though. And if I go here, I can get the farm. I really would like to clear the Gust Keep, though. Ah, man. If I could just get Gust Keep, then I could get the mana down there. I think for now, I probably just need to be happy with getting a basic forester, like here. Yeah, I think a forester here is just, that's sufficient for now. That gets me access to the granary for faster population growth out here. And then I can worry about the rest later. Workshops, good, okay. So I want to get this guy out to that tower. Probably just have him start cutting through the forest now, I guess. And there's another little road attached to it. Oh, really, guys? No, that's not what we need. Okay, so this city that's on the other side of this friggin' mountain range is sending units that are probably going to attack Scary Dragon. So I'm not sure that Agatha's army can actually leave here now. But I've also got stuff invading me from this direction too. So, oh, my scout's back. At least that's good. Let's put him in with her army. Oh, he can't move on this turn. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we really need more units and more gold for that matter. We're going to need more gold soon. This is a really good Empire upgrade to get. Farms grant +5 food. If my city grows again, I can go ahead and get a mine here because I'm going to need more money very soon. Also, I am neutral now, which means that because of that the action I took earlier in this episode of choosing to attack the stuff that was on that mana node, I have lowered my morale to 5, which puts me in pure neutral territory. So I'm actually getting bonuses from the for food and production in my cities as long as they have happiness. So I'm not sure exactly where that's detailed. Domain, alignment agenda, there it is. So plus 10 because the city is just kind of happy. They're stable. But that can get up to plus 30. So it's very nice to have. I really maybe should be looking for gold pickups with this thing. A contested. That's good to know. Okay, that's fine. That's just warning me that I'm about to turn these guys into a vassal, and that I might make other people mad. But it doesn't matter because everyone else is already trying to kill me anyway. As it's becoming increasingly apparent. Wondering if maybe I want to focus on getting another Dawn Defender instead here. Because archers right now are not my most powerful option. I am getting more benefits from Legion of Zeal, and these guys will do spirit damage. So I'm probably going to cancel that archer and focus more on spear and shield units for the time being. Does she have any archers in her army at all, though? Oh, she has no ranged units. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so... change plans, back to Dusk Hunter, and turn. This is going to be a long day of Age of Wonders. Like I said, burning through this whole series to try to get this done before the patch notes drop, before the next patch drops, which I think changing what I'm trying to do in this series is a good thing. It is terribly unbalanced, what I am attempting to do. As you will see, once I get to the late game, it should be just an absolute slaughter of everyone around me. But yeah, it's just maybe coming at a bad time here. Okay, we can take care of these guys, though. Should be easy battle. You don't need, in this one it's just 2 of these guys. I can just do this. Now, one thing about these guys is that they have the ability to one-shot kill a unit with low morale. So you do still have to be a little bit careful, but I'm going to auto it because that's really the only way they're going to kill anything. Yeah, I'll take that result because they didn't get lucky with their one-shot ability. Okay, and what can I get from here? This figure shows the lucky orcs should build better defenses. This is probably good. Yeah, that's going to get me that light forge faster. Or I could just get a bunch of draft. But right now, I'm not... I would rather, I think, get the long-term draft bonus from the getting the structure a couple turns faster. Although, no, actually, this is much better. This is much better because the draft that's only going to increase the light forge build time from 3 turns to 1 turn. So basically, I'm losing out on like 2 turns of the light forge, which is definitely not 121 draft. Yeah, we're taking those units now. Yeah, the light forge is 15 draft income, so yeah, that is definitely not worth missing out on all that draft income. And since I have that extra draft, I'm getting that in this city too. So this will actually allow me to build another Dusk Hunter and maybe a Dawn Defender. It said for like extra draft for 2 turns, I think. Income per turn is plus 26. I'm gonna get another Dawn Defender out here. Just any extra units I can get right now are worthwhile. This is very good because that can be added to her army. Let's do that now, and this is kind of perfect timing because the undead are coming, and they're not happy. Is blue still? They're still kind of lurking out there. My outpost did get stone walls, so it's going to take them longer to break through there, and they have to cross mountains to get to it. So I'm kind of okay with that outpost just existing for now. The more immediate problem is getting these guys out of my land. I'm going to pull these guys together and get onto that quarry probably. And what would that battle be? Risky battle? Okay. Let's have Agatha donate one of her archers to this cause, because we just got another one out there, and these guys are already legendary rank. And having one extra archer out here should give these guys the firepower they need to punch through all of that. And then Agatha's army can stay here now that I'm getting kind of a big enough army out here to deal with stuff, because I know that Slog Slot is sending stuff after me. So yeah, you donate one of your hunters, or one of the Dawn Archers, or whatever they are, out here. You go here for now, and I'm going to have them sit in the city just for the moment. These guys may start pillaging something. That's fine. They won't have time to finish pillaging anything. Then from here, check something. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm still going to take the mine the next time that city grows, because I'm down to making 45 gold per turn. It's not great. Okay, I get to pick my new tome. This is where things start getting fun. The first thing I like to pick up is Tome of Winds. So we'll grab that. The number one thing you want out of this tome is the Zephyr Archers. It popped up right there. I can get them in 4 turns because my research is pretty good. Windborne Scouts is also good. Abducting Cyclone is an extremely good tactical combat spell. I really like that. I will probably lock that one in.
Those who manage to bend these winds to their
if it lets me. I said lock 40. There we go. Thank you. Okay, Zephyr Archers on the way in 4 turns, but I am still going to allow my cities to finish the production of a couple more regular old archers. Good news is I just finished another one here, so this city actually can make more units. I really would like to get the next town hall upgrade in here, and I have the ability to. Oh wait, no, the boost is to have 10 population. I'm not quite there yet. Okay. Let's grab another Daylight Spear. I really like those guys. I will eventually have better shield units than the Dawn Defenders. Or maybe another Sun Priest, actually. Agatha's army doesn't have a healer. Okay, now with these guys down here, units are in a good position, I think. I'm going to send the Eagle, or the Spirit Hawk, more at like an angle in this direction. Just stay on top of this mountain range. I can see another one of these people's units here. I want to get down there because there's a tower and what looks like another mountain pass. Thought I was gonna... Hey, I managed to catch my sneeze. Inspiring Chant is done. Very, very good. That'll be handy later. Archon Blood has been acquired. That is the plus 20 combat casting points. Oh yeah, I'm getting the stuff that the city-state provides. Very, very good. More combat casting points. The Tranquility Pool is mine. The Silver Tongue Fruit is theirs, I believe. Yeah, that's that right there. Fireforged Stone. I don't have any of the combat stuff yet. I would really, really like the Fireforged Stone if I can get that. That's over here, but Agatha's army has to kill a bunch of lava elemental crap to get it. Okay. So they can move and I guess stay over here for now. probably next thing actually is going after that Fireforge stone and then Gust Keep. But I need to heal a little bit before I do that. I think the Fireforge stone could be a difficult battle. Alright, I think I'm going to end the turn with those guys there. The Daylight Spear is done. Outposts produce stone walls. Here's a quality of life improvement this game could use. When you have this little menu expanded, if I right-click on this, why does the whole menu go away? Because then I have to re-click on this again and keep going back and forth. Just let me right-click and discard one of these events and leave the others in the list so that I can check things off one at a time. Agatha's house did produce the artisan workshop. That's good. Oh, and then I just accidentally discarded the other two by right-clicking. See, you goof up. I think it would be better to just let you right-click in the list. So now I gotta check things to make sure none of these cities had borders that could grow or anything like that. Also make sure none of my heroes have level ups that they could use, which I don't think they do. Agatha maybe, but I think she leveled up pretty recently, yeah. So, everyone's good. Let's go get that tower. Ah, excellent. Gold stash right there. That is really useful right now. Okay, let's see what these undead do. I wonder how far the city-state's borders can expand. Do they actually build town halls and increase their reach? These guys are running right up to me. Well, that makes it easy to kill them. Because now this should be a safe battle. No, it still says risky. Why is this risky? What are you, a necromancer? I'm not actually familiar with what this unit is capable of. Status effect immunity, strengthens undead units, can raise undead units. Friendly corpse is revived, okay. I actually don't see this battle being as difficult as the game seems to think. I think it's taking the base strength of all these enemies and adding them up, but it's not, excuse me, it's not actually factoring in that these guys are all Whiteborn and have spirit weakness, and I have the Tome of Zeal and spirit enchantment buffs. Well, one way or another, that battle's probably going to have to wait until the next episode, so I am going to cut this one off here, guys, but I'm just going to keep on going today, because we got to get these things recorded before that patch drops, and I can't do my strategy anymore. So, thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the game so far. Apologize again if there's any mistakes or whatever, but like I said, can't do comments if I'm rushing through this whole thing, so you guys could still leave any suggestions you have below. I'll read through it all. I probably won't be able to respond to everything if these are all posted at around the same time, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it regardless, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Roderick, Sarah Feingold, and Tibia and Army. Thanks so much, everybody.